What's up, guys? Back again after a 1 week hiatus. Thank God the is over. Thank God. I hate Sundays without Bills football, man. It's okay for fantasy or you can watch other teams play. Speaking of which, the Chargers the Jets, the Chargers sort of screwed us there. The Cowboys are screwing us because they can't hold on to leads against the Patriots and the Jets. The Chargers screwed us because they can't hold on to a lead against the Jets last week. It's ridiculous. We play both those teams, though, so we can get our revenge, I guess. But the Ravens lost on Monday Night Football, so that was good. Some teams lost. That was good. The Raiders lost. There's good things to be had from this weekend, except the Jets. So we get to play them next week. Don't want to look ahead. I don't know if you want to call this a trap game this week against Washington, but straight up, in minute 20 in the video, I'm going to tell you the Bills can't lose this game. No way. They can, I guess, but they can't. It's not a must-win. There's no such thing as a must-win until you actually have to win, in my opinion. The Bills aren't out of the playoffs if they lose this game. But there's no reason they should lose this game. Because the Redskins were a joke to start the season, in my opinion. I know they beat the Giants at home. And you know what? They started off good. Quarterback controversy already came in. John Beck is not that good at all. Their best running back is gone, Hightower, for the season. Cooley for the season. Trent Williams, I don't think is going to play this week. London Fletcher's a question mark for this week with a pulled hamstring. Jeez. You just got to beat a team like that. I know the Bills have injuries themselves. Kyle Williams, Sean Merriman out for the year. And real quick, that's not that huge of a loss. Everyone's like, oh my God, what about our pass rush? What are we going to do now? Well, the guy only played half the snaps anyway. Sure, he demanded a couple blockers. He got held a lot. But now we get what everyone wants to see. Arthur Moats is going to play outside linebacker again. So be happy about that. Danny Batten will play a little bit. I mean, these young guys they're gonna play. So that's encouraging. The Merriman experiment, if you want to call it that, appears to not have worked. Oh well. Like I said, they have him under contract through next year too, so if he really can come back, good, I guess. But I'm sad to see him go, but I'm not torn apart about it. I would be more sad if Kyle Williams was put on IR. I'm really worried that's coming. Because I don't think he's going to be, like Chan Gailey said, he's not going to be healthy probably the whole season. But he's a trooper. He doesn't want to be put on IR. I know that. He wants to play through the pain, which I don't know if is a good idea, but maybe that's why we haven't seen him be as effective as we usually do. But I like Marcel. I think Marcel's doing really well. You don't see it in the stat book as much, but he commands blockers too. I'm just worried about Kellen Hurd at the nose. I know he's big. I would really probably like it more if Marcel went to nose and then Carrington played end. Carrington's playing all right. Showing a little bit of promise. But they leave him at outside linebacker or something. I don't know. He'll play though. We'll see how they rotate it. Nevertheless, guys, we're playing the Redskins, okay? At home in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. This is just a team that we got to beat. Like I said, Beck is not good. Their line has holes. Terrain's a decent running back. I'll give him that. But that's pretty. I mean, stop him. Stop the run. Make Beck beat you. I know everyone's pretty much torn up our secondary, but just make Beck beat you. Grossman got pneumonia this past week, so he's in the hospital. I mean, that sucks for him. But I don't think you have to worry about Shanahan yanking him or doing something crazy, because he is nuts. He's not loyal to... Mike Shanahan, good coach, I guess. Even though, how many playoff games has he won without John Elway? One? I think one. With the Broncos and Jake Plummer. I could be wrong. Look it up. Anyway, he's a good coach, I still think. A lot of people wanted him here. But can you imagine what he'd be doing with Fitz and Edwards still? This whole flip-flop thing. Doesn't stay loyal to any of his running backs. He's a fantasy player's nightmare. Mike Shanahan was put on this earth to screw up fantasy players. And that's only one team. I'm just joking, but he's a good coach, but he's capable of out-coaching Gailey, but he just doesn't have the talent. Santana Moss is out. Jabbar Gaffney's their number one. This is just... The Bills have the advantage in every facet, in my opinion. It's... Block Brian Orakpo. Win the game. That's just the way I see it. As long as Orakpo is not in Fitz's ear hole the whole time, the Bills should be okay. They should be able to move the ball against these guys. Their defensive line is all right. Gonna have to get some push up front, but Jackson's been running strong all year. He's got a week to rest up. Should be ready to go. Like I said, the Bills should just be able to move the ball as long as they can keep Orakpo and Kerrigan at ease. So they should be able to score points. I think they'll struggle at times. I think Orakpo will get there. I don't want any comments about how Orakpo should be a Bill. Forget it. It's 2 years ago. Forget it. It's over with. I don't want any comments about how Maben is tearing it up with the Jets because he has 3 sacks. The guy plays 10 snaps a game. And mind you, Rex Ryan's a better defensive-minded coach than Jaron or Gailey is. Definitely Gailey. So he knows when. He just puts him in pass rushing situations. Guys hold on the ball too long, bang, Maben gets there. I mean, it happens. He's not going to be a star-studded player. Don't forget, he got cut in the offseason, too. He got cut by the Jets as well. Anyway, like I said, Orakpo probably... He'll get there. He'll get some hits on Fitz, I think. Kerrigan might as well. But I can't see Washington scoring points, really. There's Beck is just not a good player. The last time Beck started a game before last week was a game against the Bills for the Dolphins, where he went like that and the ball flew backwards and George Wilson caught it for a touchdown. I mean, that was a really bad team in his defense. But he's been benched for Cleo Lemon, Rex Grossman. He's just not that good of a quarterback. The Bills should win this game. And I'm going to say they're going to win this game. Bills. Going to take over the Redskins. They're going to go 5-2. They're going to win 24-10. 24-10 on Sunday. I was close last week with the Giants score. And I'd reflect more on that, but that would just take a whole nother probably 10 minutes. So I'll give you a 1 minute thing real quick. Drayden Florence played his worst game as a Bill. By far. Fitz knows he underthrew. Johnson on both those plays. I'm not upset with the call because you guys all want this go for the, killer instinct, and then when he does that, it's too aggressive. I don't think so. I think that was a good call. I like the call. Fitz had him. Johnson had him beat. Johnson was frying Webster all day. The only reason Corey Webster looks okay coming out of that game is because he had those 2 picks, and they were nice catches. I'll give him that. But the Bills should have won that game. And Fitz isn't going to look great all the time. So that's how he lives through the bad games. It makes him a quarterback any given Sunday. Anyway, guys, you can obviously, as always, follow me on Twitter. Name's right there. Add me on Facebook. I'm Greg. Bills over Redskins, 24-10. Book it. Guys, thanks for coming this far. As always, we'll see you next week. Go Bills.